I move solo cause it feels safer. Astronaut, I move solo cause it feels safer. Fake friends and fake people, some of them is hate. Fake friends and fake people, some of them is haters.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Spaceland. We're here. I'm doing a couple of modifications to my Focus. Had it for a while, and I thought I had time today, so I was going to do something that I've been waiting to do for a while, and that was delete my AC and relocate my blow-up valve. So if any of you wondering how I got to the plan of deleting my AC, this wasn't one of those things where I woke up one day and thought I needed 20 extra horsepower. Let me delete my AC. To be honest, I think I'm probably going to get like 1 or 2 horses, honestly. The only reason I'm here is back in 2015 when I bought the car didn't have AC. It wasn't working. It was like, it just blew out basically to room temperature air. Like I never felt a sense of cold air come out of this car. And when I, realized it, I kind of brushed it off because, I had the windows down. For some weird reason, I didn't care about AC in this car. Like every time I drove it, I would kind of like turn the music up like halfway loud and have the windows down driving around, So over the years, I kind of did that. But before I even get to over the years, when I noticed it, my first, obviously the first thought anybody would think is, you just bought that car, go take it to the shop, get the warranty to take care of it, and you be good. I've worked in a dealership, and I know my experience will vary from everybody's. But, I've seen them switch parts off of cars and shit like that. Like, it's just a lot of craziness. And I don't really trust, I don't trust dealerships or auto shops. Not to say that they're all bad. Just me bringing my car is not something I would do. Nothing against nobody. So with that being said, I didn't want to bring my car into the Ford dealership. I said, you know what? When I get the money and time, more so the time, I'll replace the compressor, recharge the AC, and, I'll be on my way. So years go by, summers roll by, windows down every summer, and I never wound up getting it done. And on top of that, I never got it done. I kind of forgot about it because during the winter time, it was like the heat worked fine and the defroster worked fine. So, that to me was more important than the air conditioner. So, I came to a point I was like, you know what? I'm going to delete it because now it's kind of in the way. And I had to drop the transmission on this car to replace the clutch like twice. I remember I had the car like 6 years. Seems a little excessive, I know, but, whatever. Point being is that for it to not work, for a lot of the stuff that I want to do with the car, it's in the way. So I said to myself, let me go ahead, find a shop to just recover the refrigerant out of it. And when I get the chance, I'm going to delete it. So, as I'm driving around, and this is as of recent, I'm starting to lose pressure in my turbo. So, I checked the intercooler pipes, everything seemed to be okay. So now, in my mind, it was either the blow-off valve or, probably something with the turbo. I mean, there's so many other reasons that a car could lose power, but it seemed like, my boost just wasn't hitting where it usually was. So, this is basically my first step. So I said to myself, where the blow-off valve is located is really difficult to get to. And this car typically runs hot. So I thought to myself, just the location in general isn't all that great. So, I was on the CPE website and I noticed that they had basically an external blow-off valve kit. And it had the elbow, it had the new blow-off valve and all of that. So I was like, wow, that's not a bad idea. Now I seen the price, and I'm not to say that it was expensive, but I'm more of a do-it-yourself kind of guy. So if I could build it or create it on my own, I'm gonna try it that way. And if that don't work, then I'll buy the CPE one, or buy one, whatever's on your Focus market. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and try to build this and figure out a location. So as I was looking at the compressor, the AC compressor, I'm like, the intercooler piping it routes right around the compressor. So, if I remove the compressor, I could put the blow-off valve right there. So I said, this is perfect. Basically because I'm in the situation that the compressor didn't work. If the AC worked, I would have found another way or something, but it don't work. So I said, you know what? Since I already drained the refrigerant, I was going to remove it. You know, now I'm really going to remove it to put the blow-off valve there. Yeah, I think the gains for this car is going to be probably about the same as putting on a lightweight pulley. Like, I don't expect nothing crazy or nothing drastic. I don't expect 10 horsepower or, you know, nothing stupid. You know, I'm only here because the AC didn't work in the first place. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to buy a compressor. I'm not going to fix the AC. I already have the car this long. If I want AC, I'll go in another car, you know? So this is what we're doing. So this is episode number 23. AC, not included. Enjoy. I had to get some snap ring pliers real quick. Got to do this BOV relocation, and it required me to buy some snap rings. Okay, so this is the setup that we got going on. Why I'm here is because I have a TurboSmart dual port blow-off valve already installed on the car. I've had it on the car for about 5 to 6 years, and I'm starting to feel like the pressure is starting to kind of drop a little bit as I'm driving. I checked all the intercooler lines. They were all good. There was no holes or any cracks or anything that could have, you know, caused pressure to leak. So this, to me, is the next step to go. Check the blow-off valve. And I figured I'll double down and relocate the blow-off valve. So I got the inspiration from some guys I was reading over forums, and they were talking about how they liked it. And I noticed that CPE had one, but it was a lot of money. And I ain't against the pricing or stuff like that, but I'm more of a do-it-yourself guy, and you know, I don't know, the value seemed a little off. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and see if I could put it together on eBay and various sites, just kind of build the parts myself. And here we are. So I got the eBay fitting for the blow-off valve. I got the line, which is basically because I'm going to be relocating it. So with the line, I'm connecting it to the stock blow-off valve location where the port is for that. And then I would connect it to this, which is my HKS SSQV blow-off valve. This is what I'll be using. And you'll see the line goes here, and then the other end goes to the stock location. As speaking of stock location, I got a Torque Solution block-off plate. So where the original location is and where the blow-off valve will go, I'm gonna put this there. So, you know, because that's where pressure would be pulling from. So this will block that off and cause pressure to be pulled through the line from the new location. This came with the blow-off valve, but we won't be using this because what happens is it drops right into here. And if you see, we got a snap ring too. It, you know, pops right in. Obviously with the proper tools, it'll pop right in. So we won't be using this. So this is what we got going on. And now I'll show you where I'm going to actually put it and how I'm going to work it out. And, you know, I'm also doing an AC delete. So we're going to also get into that.
STICKR.
So yes, you should wear safety goggles. I mean, it covers me up. I've been doing it like this for years. It's gonna sound ignorant as fuck, but safety goggles be fogging up my eyes. So I learned to kind of just, when I'm cutting, to aim away from me, you know, my eyes and shit. So obviously I don't go blind, you know what I'm saying? Because your boy can't drop the ST if he can't see. Like, there's things I would obviously wear goggles for, or masks, like welding, you know, certain fabrication, but stuff like this, as long as you aim it away from your face, you're good. But you do how you do it at your own discretion. Don't listen to me if you think I'm an idiot, nor try to follow anything I do. Like I said, I've been doing this for years. Wear safety goggles. I mean, that's default. If you choose not to, don't tell your parents that I told you. I don't, so you shouldn't either. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, we all do things how we do them. But be safe. So I try to be at least still safe, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, obviously in my eyes. Alright. So we got one in. Try to get this is middle. Alright, so I'm trying to make it so it's a lot of space on both ends. You know what I'm saying? So when I tighten down the clamp, it's got like a good portion of the piping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's some instances where you're tightening it and it'll be right at the edge of the pipe. So, you know, even 10 pounds of boost will blow that shit off. So I feel like if you got enough room that you can grip it further down the piping, it's harder to come loose. It's a little turbo 101, which is why I kind of cut a little bit more. I try to get it as perfect as possible. Damn, I can't believe I lost that one bolt, yo. Let's see if I got another flip lane on. Well, as you can see, the lighting is terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and lift that up. Basically, I'm going to install it, and then I got to do the block off plate. So I gotta, you know, probably take that wire and, you know, whatever I've been saying for like the 10 past times. So I'm gonna put that up, get the block off plate going, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove the lines. It's 2 bolts on each, it's 1 bolt on each line. So after this 1 bolt, you know, we're gonna see. Now I believe the cold side's already unhooked. That's the shorter line that goes directly to the compressor. So you got 1 long line and you got 1 short line. So the short line's already disconnected. So now we're doing the other one. Alright, so here's a compressor. Like I said, the shorter line was already disconnected, so I just kept it on there. The other one wraps around the engine, so... Dang. The other one wraps around the engine, so we're going to go ahead and take that off after I put it on the ground. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put on this blow-off valve so we can put the car on the ground. Alright, so as you see, I got the line. This is the line, and this is where you'll connect it. So if you can see, there's that right there. It's it kind of sucks because it aims towards, you know, where it should go. So you kind of have to finagle a little bit. But if you do get line, you should get at least like 2-3 feet. Just have more than extra. I think I got about 3 probably. And look at that. Like I just got past it. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use the little bit of room, see if I could like do some kind of like tuck or something. Oh, I think I just found an idea. I'm a zip tie it right here in one of these holes. But yeah, this is where it goes, so it should connect, and then you use either the old clips or use the ones that are provided with you when you buy the blow-off valve. There's an obvious answer to what you should use. And then the block-off plate pretty much goes right. So, all right, so y'all can see, I don't know if you can't see it. All right, there go the blow-off valve. If you got good eyesight, it's better than mine. So you can see the Turbo Smart from here. So I'm gonna put this Torque Solutions block-off plate where that is, and I'm gonna connect this line to this, and we should be good to go. All right, so there you go. There you have it. That's basically what it looks like inside. The wire was tucked up right behind here with 2 zip ties. And as you can see, that's what's going on. Those clamps that came with the blow-off valve didn't fit. And I had a 4mm line, so fitting it on was a tough time, fitting the line on the OEM line. So you got the rubber line that I got, which was 4mm, and then you got the hard plastic line that was OEM that came with the car. Fitting the rubber one onto the plastic line was very tough. So what I did was I took 2 zip ties, small zip ties, and I just tightened it. I don't think it'll come off, honestly. Like I had to literally like do like a screw rotation just to get it on. So I'm pretty sure it should be fine. And yeah, so we're gonna go see how this works out. Yeah. Look at that shit, yo. Oh my God, look at that. So as you can see, that's what it is installed with the eBay fitting. I had an extra rubber hose, cut the intercooler piping, and that is what you get. Look at that. It's beautiful, man. Got the line running all the way down. And then, like I said, it travels right there, connects to the OEM line, goes up. Okay, so I had to run to Home Depot. I could not find a clamp for the life of me. I went to Advance and I bought one that was too small. So Home Depot had some that were bigger, but you know, you just tightened it down. So I basically came here going 2 miles an hour, obviously, because it was a boost leak, which I don't ever recommend doing. But you know, it is what it is. My intercooler pipe's blown before and I've driven. So, I mean, it ain't nothing new that I ain't do before. So we're gonna go ahead and put these on now. What's going on? Just a quick recap. Everything worked out pretty well. As you can see, the AC was pretty much the compressor itself. Drop that out, it's gone. If you were wondering where the condenser was, well, if you checked out my last episode, like I said, I had recovered refrigerant long before this removal. So if you noticed, I actually removed the condenser with the old radiator. But you know, other than that, it's still straightforward. As long as you recover the refrigerant properly, it's pretty simple. Like I said, I didn't expect a crazy gain of anything. I expect probably a little bit of a higher rev. And that's, I guess, what it felt like. I mean, I don't even know if I really felt anything. But, you know, the extra space was good, you know. So for me to not have a working AC all these years, I thought the best use of it was to get rid of it. I just wasn't into investing into an AC for this car in particular. You know what I'm saying? It's a sports car. I mean, this is a car most people will build on, you know. So, I mean, if your AC's not if your AC is not troubling you, it's just working fine, everything's good, it's not in the way, definitely don't touch it. I don't recommend anyone actually even does this modification, but I've seen that some people had questions about it, and some people, you know, wondering if it's a good idea to do or not. So I figured I'd be one of those guys to make an episode dedicated to removing the AC, which, like I said, as you can see, was nothing. So yeah, if yours is not working and it's in the way, remove it. But remove the refrigerant first. Remove the refrigerant first. But if it's not in the way, remove it. But if you ain't thinking about it, then just continue to not think about it, because you're not going to get any power gains or anything from it.
Because the bread important. I go hard because the bread important. I go hard.